Mattress comfort is super personal. What feels perfect to one person can feel way off to someone else. So it's kind of crazy that most mattresses in a box only give you 1 or 2 firmness options and just hope for the best. Sleeping Duck does it differently. The SD Mark II is easily the most customizable mattress you can get in Australia without jumping up to the 7K smart bed territory. I slept on the SD Mark II for 21 nights, testing how it felt, how well it absorbed movement, how sturdy the edges were, and most importantly, if the customization options actually made a difference once I lay down. So, how does it work? The top of the mattress unzips to reveal 2 foam inserts on each side. When you order, you choose your base setup: medium, firm, or half and half. We started with firm on both sides. Then after a week, I got in touch with Sleeping Duck to request some extra firm inserts just to test the difference. You can't choose extra firm when you first order the mattress, but it is an option afterwards. I left one side firm and the other put in the new extra firm insert. And honestly, you can feel the change straight away. The good news is that once they're zipped up, the whole mattress still feels cohesive because there's a thin foam layer that smooths everything out on top. So no, you don't feel a ridge in the middle or notice the inserts moving around. It still feels well built, just built for 2 different sleepers. Out of all the mattresses we've tested, this one gives you the most control over how it feels. So if you find yourself needing more support after a few extra months, you can adjust it. And if your needs change in a year, you don't have to buy a whole new mattress. That's the difference here. It's not just a mattress with options, it's a mattress that can adapt with you. Sleeping Duck markets this as a medium firm mattress by default, but because of the customization, how it feels really comes down to what you choose. With medium inserts, it has that lifted, structured feel. There's a bit of give when you first lie down, but it doesn't sink in like memory foam. You stay more on top of the mattress than in it. When I switched one side to firm, that difference was instant. The firmer side felt denser and more supportive, especially under the hips and lower back. It was great for back sleeping, though a bit much for side sleeping after a few nights. The medium side struck a better balance, cushioned enough at the shoulders, but still held its shape well. But what stood out most was consistency. Across the surface, it felt even and stable. That's partly the foam, but also the multi-zoned spring base underneath. You don't feel the springs, but you do get that subtle bounce and structure that hybrids are known for. It's important to note this mattress doesn't have a plush, cushy vibe. It's more functional. If you like that feeling of being held up rather than hugged by your mattress, you'll probably get on with this one. And because it's customizable, you can shift the balance slightly depending on how you sleep. For back and stomach sleepers, it's one of the most adaptable beds we've tried. For side sleepers, it depends. Medium works, but you might feel you want to add a topper if you prefer something softer around the shoulders. For back sleepers, it's an absolute winner. Sleeping Duck is one of the most engineered mattresses in a box on the market. And yeah, you'll see a lot of lingo on the website like twice tempered steel springs, anti-gravity surface foam, and multi-zoned motherboard system. But basically what this means is inside the mattress, it uses a mix of foam and springs, also known as a hybrid mattress. The top layer is a smooth, slightly bouncy foam that gives you a bit of comfort without feeling soft or sinky. Underneath that is the layer where you can adjust the firmness, and then the base of the mattress is made from pocket springs. These are the parts that give it structure and support. They're firmer under your hips and softer under your shoulders, which helps keep your body aligned while you sleep. Around the edge, the springs are a little tougher so you don't feel like you're gonna roll off the side. And then the whole thing is wrapped in a bamboo fabric that feels breathable and stretches easily. It's not a cooling mattress like a Cosa Cool Comfort, but it doesn't trap heat either. If you sleep warm but not hot, you'll probably be fine. Sleeping Duck feels solid, but word to the wise, it's heavy to move, 48 kilos to be exact. But that's because it's built from genuinely good, durable materials. You can really tell it's made to last and nothing about it feels flimsy or cheap. This is one of the few mattresses where every part seems to serve a clear purpose. It doesn't have gimmicky features, but rather it focuses on letting you get the firmness just right for your needs. Out of the box, Sleeping Duck markets the Mark II as a medium firm, but the truth is it depends entirely on how you set it up. Because the foam inserts are swappable, you're not locked into one feel. For me, the medium firm combo was the best fit. It felt balanced with a little bit of give on top, but solid support underneath. On my back and stomach, it felt stable and evenly distributed. What stood out most was consistency. Some mattresses soften over time or develop dips, but after 21 nights, this one still felt the same as day one. The surface feels smooth and even without any sagging or weird pressure points. So if you've ever had that one side dips more than the other issue, or a mattress that felt great in store but not so much after 2 weeks, that's what the custom setup here is trying to solve. A few things you'll want to know before buying. First, this mattress is heavy. Not surprising given the amount of foam and springs packed in here, but just something to note if you're moving house or setting it up solo. Changing the inserts takes a little effort too. You unzip the top cover, swap out the foam blocks and zip it all back up. It's not hard, but it's not something you'll want to do weekly. But once it's dialed in, you probably won't touch it again. But the first time, give yourself a bit of time and space to get it right. Edge support is super solid thanks to the reinforced spring perimeter. You can sit on the edge, put on socks, or sprawl all the way out across without feeling like you're gonna roll off. Motion isolation is also really decent. You'll feel a little movement if your partner flops around like a fish, but nothing that's gonna launch you out of the bed. Something else worth mentioning is that Sleeping Duck is the only mattress in a box brand that lets you try the mattress in person. They've got a showroom in Melbourne where you can actually lie on it, test out different firmness levels, and see how it feels before buying. That's a big plus if you're someone who likes to try things before you buy. But still, like all the other major mattresses in a box brand, you get a 100-night trial and a 10-year warranty. Price-wise, it's $1,649 for a queen, which when it comes to value for money, it's probably the best on the market. So if you share a bed with someone who sleeps differently to you, this is one of the only mattresses that lets you both get what you want without having to spend upwards of like $7K. It's ideal for couples, for people with back issues who want targeted support, or for anyone who's just tired of the trial and error process of buying a new mattress. The build is solid, the support is consistent, and the ability to tweak it as you go makes it stand out from the crowd. But if you want something plush, or you already know you like a super soft feel, this probably won't be your dream bed. Same goes if you want a lighter mattress or something easier to flip and rotate. Plus, if you sleep hot, it doesn't offer the best cooling tech on the market, so I'd recommend Ecosa Cool Comfort for hot sleepers. For the rest of us, it's about as close as you'll get to a bed that's made for you, without having to do a full-on custom order. So have you tried the Sleeping Duck? Or do you want to try it now? Let us know in the comments. And as always, may your sleep be deep and your back pain-free.